I was just having my dinner in one of the local facilities, and I overheard a conversation saying that the Astra Devodog Art Centre were having a display on, and that makes sense because I remember when I lived here 25 years ago, they would always have their show in August, but I would always come away with at least 2 or 3 paintings. So I'm going to put myself on a budget. But I thought, it's a bit of a dull day, can't really go out walking, so let's go and have a look at what is at the Park and Air Theatre in Treorchy. After 25 years living in London, I've returned to my birthplace amongst the mountains of the South Wales valleys. Join me as I journey my new life with plans of growing my own food and ultimately creating my own homestead. Videos are posted every week, so if you like this one, give the video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. It always used to be held in the Park and Air, but apparently it is now in the library across the road. Cut through the back alleys now to get to the high street, or as we call them in Wales, gullies. Meet you down the gully. So I put myself on a budget of 1, and I've come away with 2 pictures, but I can't pick them up today. Because if people start taking them now, the exhibition's on until the 28th. So if you're going to visit on the 27th, there'll be nothing there for you to see. So I said they can keep them. I'll come back on the last day. Plus, the second one I bought, I liked it, but I didn't like the fact that it had plastic rather than glass. So one of the guys said, I'll see if I can find some glass for you. Right, let's go and... oh no. I was going to go and pick up some veg, but they're closed on a Wednesday now. Anyway, let's see what's going on. About a fortnight ago, I bought a chair from Too Good to Waste. And it's a very nice chair, but the seam has broken a bit. I don't know if the cat has clawed at it, but I sat down the other day and a puff of smoke appeared. But I've just seen that they've got another one exactly the same, so I've just bought that one, so I can get my other one fixed. And then the other one can go down to the summer house when that is finished as well. Right, just cross. Gotta have your wits about you down on these streets. So now I have to go and pick up the car in order to go back and pick up the chair. And this time I'll show you. I think I forgot to show you the last time. Oh, I fancied coming up to the top of the mountain just to have a quick blow and maybe something to treat myself. Something I didn't know, the ice cream man's just told me, on a Wednesday it is police training day. So that police car was probably just on a training exercise. Wonderful view up here, Torquay down there, and the Rhondda valleys. And then you just walk over this little hump, and down there is Nantamoyle, and all the way down to the salty sea. I think I've only ever been up here once. It's very bracing, I must say. Oh, I'm gonna have a cup of tea from the ice cream man on the way down. Even on a warm, hot heat wave day, it's chilly up here. That's why the sheep have got their coats on. And then back around to the Rhondda. Cup of tea, please.
Ready?
Yes, milk, no sugar.
There's no sugar. And when that happens, there's a road, we got a roll-in roadblock.
Oh, I got here at 3 o'clock. It is now 4:20. We've been putting the world to rights, me and the ice cream man. Obviously, when he offered an ice cream, I had to take it. Right, I'm going to warm myself up now and then go home for a nice hot cup of tea. This is the chair. Very nice indeed it is too. Very comfy on the ass. Last night there was an overnight temperature of only 5 degrees, and today it is a bit chilly. But I've got the gloves on because I intend to do something in the cottage garden. There's the tiniest bit of heat in the air. Right, got the gloves on today. Going to take it slow. Going to take it steady. Right. Oop. I was tempted to put a jumper on today. No, the cats like to sleep in here, so I've made sure they are not there. Nice, slow task to do. And thinking about it, it's quite good that it's not warm, because the bees would be a lot active than they are. And then once it's cleared, I can sort all this out, because the rose is doing its job and rambling, but it needs to be tied in a bit. I can't remember what this plant is now, but there's a load of seeds. Give that a shake. Whatever it is, can grow a bit more. Right. Any more over here? No, this is all the rose. That needs to get tied in down the wall. Anyway, I'll just have a little potch around now and see where we get to. Now this was a raspberry. I can't remember the name of it now, but it fruits are twice a year. And it's starting to fruit again. Now the decision is, in the autumn, do I take this down to the homestead or do I leave it here? I don't know. I think I might take it down there. Because this garden is more about flowers and for the cats than it is for me. A bit of mint. That can go back in. I don't mind if the mint spreads, because at least that can be used. A lot of this buttercup all over the place. That is the main weed in this garden, isn't it? Right, that is looking a lot grander. What do you think, Ollie? Do you think that looks a lot grander? Whoa. Amber's having a bit of a dust bath there. What on earth is that? Looked like a hoverbird. What I just saw, but unfortunately didn't catch on film, according to the internet, is a hummingbird moth. Hopefully it'll come back and I can try and film it again. Hopefully without the cats chasing it away this time. This corner here, haven't been down here since spring. I'm going to tidy it up a bit. Can't decide whether to keep this creeping plant here or not, or whether just to get rid of it and tidy it up. But first of all, a cup of tea. Well, that looks a lot better, doesn't it? It certainly looks a lot better. And then at least I can sit here, back to the wall, no fear of anything creeping over the top of me. Feel a bit of heat off the walls here. In fact, it makes the garden look a lot better. And if there was a plastic roof on top, quite nice to sit here in the rain. I've been down the high street. In fact, I've been out for an hour since you last saw me. I got everything wet. I thought, right, let me go and get a brush. And then realised I didn't have one. So I've just been down £5 for a brush. Then popped into Men's Shed, had a chat to some of the people there, had a bit of food, and now I'm ready to go again. And the sun has come out and it's feeling quite hot. What could do with an extra pair of hands? Somebody to hold the hose pipe. That's an idea. Get that on Dragon's Den. An attachment so you can put your hose pipe onto your broom. There you are. I think I've just invented a thing there. That's a sound you don't hear a lot of, do you, these days? Old women out on their doorsteps. Seeing who had the best front step in the village. Thursday today, the fruit and veg man comes around in the afternoon. Why is the force of this stopped? I'll go and check inside. That's a bit better. What else don't you see these days? People out scrubbing their front step. I was listening to a podcast the other day and somebody was saying about how why don't we have the milkman back and the grocery van? And I was thinking, well, we've got a grocery van that comes around on a Thursday, and he sells a bit of bread. We've also got a fish van that comes around. So these things still exist. It's just not everywhere. But there is no milk man or milk delivery service. I've looked. I had one in London, delivered 3 times a week, but down here can't find anything at all. We've even got a rag and bone man that comes around at a ridiculous hour in the morning, about 8 o'clock. There we are. Looks a lot better than a few hours ago. Right, I've washed my hands several times. I'm going to give them one more wash. then I'm going to have a cup of tea and relax. And then get back to the garden this afternoon. So I'll catch up with you on the next one. So from me until then, bye for now.